One moment and one thing we should be able to avoid politics on, it's this. And then she tweets that.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned my book. One thing I talk about a lot about in that book is outrage culture and this newfound issue where we find the worst of each other, right? And we question each other's intentions. And that happens all the times in politics. But now is not the time to do that. There is a pandemic going on, and somebody like Hillary Clinton is so used to taking political jabs at the president or her political opponents anytime there's an outcome that is unfortunate. But this isn't the time. This is a tragedy for all Americans, for the entire world, and it's just not the time. And this is what worries me about the future, is we have difficult conversations about how to move from risk containment to risk mitigation to risk management, opening up society along with the threat of the pandemic. It's going to be easy to take swipes at each other. It's going to be easy to have very disingenuous criticisms of each other and moralize against each other. But we can't do that. We have to do this together.
Congressman, I want to ask you about Texas, because in an attempt to prevent Texas from becoming the next potential hotspot for this virus, Governor Abbott has required travelers from New York, New Orleans to quarantine. What do you make of that decision?
Listen, I think this is going to be the future, and it's the right targeted approach. Okay, we're going to be able to use data to see where the hot spots are and take this sort of vertical approach and move away from the horizontal approach where we quarantine everybody. And we start looking at who are our most vulnerable people, where are the hot spots. As we ramp up testing, we'll have more data to inform those kind of decisions. And this is going to be on the backs of governors and mayors. And I think this says something else. As Americans, we tend to keep looking to the president to micromanage our situation. But that's really not how our system works. It never has, and it never will. Every city has different needs. Every city has different preferences, different problems. And governors and mayors are really running this show. And I think it would behoove Americans to understand that a little bit more and to be looking to their local officials for how many ventilators are coming in, where's the PPE. We keep looking to the president to do that, and that's really not how this works. The federal government is there to support the efforts of our local governments.
Congressman, I want to ask you about, I don't need to talk to you about resilience, my goodness, with your experience, but the president yesterday, I think, spoke some words that really may ignite a fire in some people feeling anxiety, feeling uncomfortable with what they've got to toughen up. Here was the president in Norfolk yesterday. Listen to this, and I want to get your reaction.
The world has witnessed the unyielding resolve of our incredible American people. We are not only a country of vast resources, we're a nation of colossal strength, towering spirit, soaring patriotism, and exceptional character, and you're showing it to the entire world. At this moment...
Congressman, how important are words like that at this time?
I think unbelievably important, and we should stop downplaying and criticizing, well, we aren't doing it, but a lot of people are. Stop downplaying and criticizing the president every time he does something like this or tries to give Americans hope or tries to point out the positive things about what's going on. That's okay. Let's embrace that just this once. Let's embrace some of the good things happening. Let's embrace the fact that our industries have totally ramped up production of PPE, that factories are totally changing what they do to make ventilators, that people are actually coming together and figuring out what needs to get done. Doctors are coming out of retirement. We've ramped up testing to an enormous degree in this country, which is why our cases are so high, Hillary Clinton. Now, let's celebrate this stuff. Let's work together. Let's stop looking for cheap political potshots to take at each other and actually get through this.
That's exactly right. We are actually transparent about our numbers because we don't lie to the people in the world like the communist Chinese do, and we have rapidly pushed out testing. As a result, the numbers are naturally going to go up. You can point that out without being partisan. We've been asking our viewers all morning long to send in photos that motivate and inspire. Here's one from Lauren in Texas when I was sharing with you, Congressman, sending this one with his dog, Brandy. He vows to hold this one-man and dog parade with the flag every morning until the crisis ends.
And here's one from Eric and Lisa. They say they fly the flag to salute these wonderful, often unrecognized heroes.
And Robert sends this photo of the 26-foot flagpole now in front of his property. They say everything in Texas is bigger, and Congressman, that certainly would apply there.
Yeah, it is true, and I love seeing this kind of stuff. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Our flag is so important. That's why I hate seeing people destroy it. because this is a symbol that brings us together. It means something to us. It's a symbol of our founding, of our history, and of these values that make us American. And those values are courage and strength and the ability to overcome anything. And so I just love seeing that stuff.
Great stuff.
Check out Representative Crenshaw's book.